Hi, this is Jeffrey Kerr at Kerr Financial Group. Today's Wednesday, June 24, 2026. So three things to cover today. One is South Korea's stock market crash. Number two, Micron's earnings are tonight. Number three, JP Morgan's estimated rebalancing and how it could impact the markets. So number one, on our Monday night, Tuesday trading for South Korea, the KOSPI index, which is their index which covers the stock market, was down 10% in one day. I mean, think about that. That's equivalent to 5,000 Dow points. If the Dow's down 1,000 points, people are panic, let alone 5,000. So a couple of things going on in South Korea, which still is impacting, I think, the U.S. market as well. South Korea is known for, one of the largest chip manufacturing with Samsung and SK Hynix. And SK Hynix announced that they're going to divert some lines back to DRAM, which then caused some concerns about how they're going to, whether there's going to be enough supply of chips for the AI market. A secondary reason, perhaps, is that regulators express concern about over leverage in the market in South Korea through, again, either using margin or leveraged ETFs in single stocks and indexes and like that. But again, huge drop on Monday. So that spilled over to the U.S. markets when yesterday the NASDAQ was down over 2%. And also, the AI and the chip sectors were leading the way lower on the NASDAQ. So again, some recovery today, but again, it was a huge thing, and I think wasn't really covered well. And again, maybe people not thinking South Korea is that important, but I think it is important, especially in the chip area. Next, tonight, concerning the U.S. chip market as well as the global chip market, Micron reports their earnings, and they become kind of that NVIDIA-esque kind of a player now, where everybody's looking at Micron. They had a great, phenomenal run, and now that they got to report earnings and also give guidance going forward, so that could impact the markets tomorrow and into the month-end, quarter-end. And speaking of quarter end, JP Morgan is estimating that there's a potential for $165 billion worth of stock to be sold into the quarter end as part of a rebalancing. So, funds and portfolios that are set at a 60-40, 70-30, pick whatever the ratio is, stock market's had a really good second quarter. The bond market's not so much. So in that process, you sell what's going up and buy what's not done, it's underperformed. So you're going to sell stocks and buy bonds. And JP Morgan is estimating it at $165 billion worth of sales by institutions in the next week. And it's kind of a global thing as well. So I'll give you a table here just to show that it might be the largest ever. And that could pressure the U.S. stock market into the quarter end and in the end of June, and then the rebalancing takes place. We've had some, if we're down for the month of June, this could put some more selling pressure into the month end. We'll leave it there. Thank you for listening. We'll be back on Friday. Please like, subscribe, share, and send along any questions, comments. Thank you again. Goodbye.